your message amplified.
Hey, Podbean here. We heard that you want to promote your podcast. Well, here at Podbean, we are here to help. There is an understandable stigma around advertising, but it's way easier than you think. With Podbean's ad options, it is easier than ever to promote your podcast. So maybe you're asking yourself, why should I advertise my podcast? Well, for starters, how will you ever get word out about your podcast? Ad placement is important for the promotion of your podcast. Sure, you can put all this effort into sharing your message with a smaller audience, but I think we all know we want to grow our channel as big as we can. And advertising is a big part of that. Next, we ask, who can benefit from podcast advertising? First, brands and businesses greatly benefit from advertising. If you have a business that you are trying to bring more attention to a product or service, then advertising allows you to do this. As you plan to record and upload your episodes, making sure that you have an advertising plan is just as important as everything else. Secondly, podcasters benefit greatly from advertising. Optimizing your podcast reach is an essential part of being able to grow your podcast. Lastly, content creators and influencers benefit greatly from advertising. The more exposure you have, the better your message will be heard. So now that we cleared that up, how does podcast advertising work? Here at Podbean, we have 3 different types of podcast ads. The first we see are pre-recorded ads. Pre-recorded ads are professionally recorded commercials that capture key points about your podcast. If you need help generating these, our Podbean AI can help as well. The next ads we see are host-read sponsorships. These ads are usually recorded by the host themselves. These ads are very helpful when the listener can identify a familiar and trusted voice. Lastly, we have branded content ads. This is a deeper level of podcast advertising. This involves full-length episodes of content being advertised on your channel. This form of advertising is meant to build long-lasting and meaningful connections with the listeners and the viewers. Now, how do we insert ads onto your channels and within your episodes? The first method we see are baked-in ads. This ad insertion method consists of ads being permanently embedded into the podcast audio file, allowing all listeners to hear the same ad no matter when they listen. These ads remain as part of the podcast for as long as it is available. Next, we have dynamic ad insertion. Compared to baked-in ads, dynamic ad insertion offers greater flexibility and efficiency. It is a process where ads are automatically inserted into podcast episodes in real time, keeping ads fresh and relevant even in older episodes. Now, where can we place an ad onto our podcast episode? Here at Podbean, we have simplified this process by introducing pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll ad placement options. Choosing the right ad placement or combination depends on your goals and your ad message. Platforms like Podbean offer flexibility, allowing you to select placements that align with your campaign strategy. Now, I know that you're all wondering, this sounds good and all, but what is the cost of all this? Here at Podbean, we offer a reference for your assistance to building a budget. The most commonly used pricing model is CPM, which stands for cost per 1,000 impressions. Simply put, it's the amount you pay for your ad to be heard 1,000 times. Pre-recorded ads generally range from $15 to $25 CPM, while host-read ad campaigns typically have a CPM between $15 and $30. So you can start at your own pace to begin with, and based on whatever is working, you can rev up your promotion or alter it however you see fit. Finally, how can I start this process? To start a podcast campaign, all you need to do is set your target audience and pick the shows you want to advertise on. It is that simple to place your unique content on channels that reach millions of people every single day. So there you have it. Through Podbean, you can begin to grow your podcast easily and effectively. Now that you have all the tools to start advertising your channels, we wish you a happy podcasting and a continued growth.